Optimism is high.
There's optimism for every team, even the ones in the middle of rebuilds. And for the fans, I tell you, this is the best day ever because everybody's team is undefeated, and it's possible for anyone to win a championship. We're not in February, the doom days of February, where fans have their head down because the record kind of shows them the reality of the situation. So right now, this is for the dreamers. This is for the fans to root their teams on. Optimism is abundant, but it may not last that long for some teams.
Good perspective. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. The big men are Griffin and Drummond. Jackson and Bullock are the 1 and the 2. And it's Robinson in at the small forward position. Jackson against Murray. Outside Jackson, Drummond a screen. Floats one up, and the layup by Jackson.
And Jackson is a genius at finishing on his drives. He just has so many tricks up his sleeve.
Jackson against Murray. Pass to Aldridge. Shoots over Griffin, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper, first bucket of the day.
That's all you want, is a good shot to get yourself in a rhythm. For him, he's going to want a lot more than that to come.
Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Back to Murray. Outside DeRozan. Aldridge sets up the pick now for DeRozan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Jackson passes to Griffin. Back to Jackson. In the corner, it's Griffin. Fires the 3. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Griffin's got his second bucket of the night. Griffin's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. And DeRozan kicks to Murray. There's a good screen. To the inside. Then Gasol with the dunk.
Yeah, and it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for Gasol to dunk it home. At 7 feet tall, he uses his height to power home those jams.
Jackson passes to Drummond. Drummond with a screen on Gay. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Gay. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
You can't forget about the precise mid-range shooting of Gay. He's as good as they come from there.
There's a screen by Robinson. And Drummond kicks to Griffin. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Blake Griffin's drastically cutting down his mid-range jumpers. I mean, think about this. Instead of just mid-range, he's stepping out beyond the three-point range. But I guess the percentages stack up in his favor.
And Blake Griffin said he isn't going to fall in love with a three-point shot. But, Chris, he wants to shoot it with confidence when he's left open.
I mean, think about power forwards in today's game. I mean, they're almost expected to have three-point range. He's still a threat in the paint, though. I don't ever think he'll be a spread forward, but it's certainly a welcome addition to his game.
And Griffin has battled knee injuries during his career, but his persistence is incredible. Still a nightly double-double threat.
Now here's Murray. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Aldridge, no luck. The Pistons leading. Down low. Now here's Bullock. He's covered closely. Drummond a screen. Back to Bullock. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot. Bullock's got his first 3 points of the game.
Now that makes them 80% from the floor early on. Let's see how long they can stay this hot.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for DeRozan. The 11-footer, and he drops that one in. DeRozan's got his first bucket in this one.
And look, he's not an easy man to defend. He'll get his points one way or another.
Robinson passes to Jackson. Drummond up top, defended by Gasol. And Griffin with the score. The assist by the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And that Griffin-Drummond pairing, not unlike the Lob City front court of Griffin and DeAndre Jordan in Los Angeles.
But think about Griffin's passing, I mean, and the oops he used to throw to Jordan. Well, he can definitely throw those to Drummond, who can go up and get it, and is a rebounder the same way. As a big fella, I loved having another big fella in there that I could play with, switch defensively with, communicate with, change the game with, and Griffin is becoming more comfortable as a perimeter shooter and is passing above all. That enables him to function alongside another interior big like Drummond.
And many thought LaMarcus Aldridge was on a downswing in his career, but boy, were they wrong.
You know, Aldridge silenced a lot of critics with his play last season. I mean, in a league that has very few great low-post players, he demonstrated he's still one of the best. Has so many moves and tricks in his game, and when he gets the ball down low, the defense really has very little to do with it.
His free throw ability makes him tough to defend in the post. Teams can't get too physical with him.
And there's the pass to Drummond. There's a screen. Outside Griffin. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
A big problem for the defense inside. I mean, once Griffin gets established, he's comfortable shooting the ball.
Murray kicks to Gay. Pass to Gasol. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
That's his 2nd foul, and now they might really go at him. I mean, try to get a 3rd foul and force him to sit on the bench.
Here's Gay. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gay's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And Gay is surprisingly finessing the paint. A real offensive juggernaut.
Bullock dishes to Griffin. Back to Bullock. There's a screen by Robinson. Griffin kicks to Bullock. On the wing, Jackson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. John Lure, he's checked in for Detroit. Outside Robinson. And it's Bullock in the corner. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Bullock's got 6.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Back to Murray. Pass to Gay. Aldridge a screen. Here's DeRozan. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Now Jackson. The shot from the low post is good. Jackson's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Oh, you just can't talk enough about the playmaking ability of Jackson. He's just phenomenal in the screen and roll sets.
Pass to Gasol. He kicks it to Aldridge. Over Lure, and that one's good by Aldridge. 6 points for him.
His mid-range game is what sets Aldridge apart from the other bigs in our league. He's about as accurate a shooter as you'll find among players with his size.
Now here's Jackson. From 11 feet away, and it's Rudy Gay with the rebound.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
Here is Robinson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Inside, Gasol with the steal. Gay passes to DeRozan. That one doesn't go.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Well, a good attempt to try to finish that alley-oop steal, though. Still should have went for something better than that, though.
Now, here's DeRozan after the miss from Reggie Jackson. Aldridge a screen, and DeRozan kicks to Murray. Aldridge with a screen on Jackson. Murray the pass to Aldridge. Rebound by the Pistons.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and the D is ready for it.
Outside Jackson. Drummond with a screen on Murray. Shoots a three. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. Spurs trail by 3. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Spurs. Belinelli comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's Mills in for Murray. And Detroit with a change here, too. Johnson, he's checked in for Glenn Robinson III. On the wing, DeRozan. He's guarded by Johnson. There's the screen. And DeRozan kicks to Aldridge. Back to DeRozan. 4 on the shot clock. Over Johnson. San Antonio again missing. Inside. Here's Bullock. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson.
Timeout.
Bullock's got 8 points.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
San Antonio calls timeout. Well, with Kawhi Leonard gone, a new era for the Spurs. Even with the addition of DeMar DeRozan, San Antonio looks to be entering their most significant rebuild in decades.
Yeah, but at least they were able to get a star in DeRozan. I would call it more of a reload than a rebuild for the Spurs. Still a lot of talent to work with on that roster.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Pirtle, he's checked in for Aldridge. Davis Bertans comes in for Rudy Gay. And Walker subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Shots good by Walker.
All about the pick there. I mean, let him shed his man and square up for the jumper.
Smith dishes to Pachulia. On the wing, Johnson. Right wing. Smith outside. On the wing, Johnson. Pachulia with the screen on Belinelli. Pachulia, good. And the Pistons lead by 5.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Outside, Walker. To the wing on the left. Mills with it. He's against Smith. Pulls it from the elbow. No good on that one. And Detroit the other way now. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter of the game. And Lure kicks to Johnson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
The pass to Belinelli. Now here's Walker. He's guarded by Johnson. Puts it up from 12. Shots good by Walker. Walker's got his second bucket of the night.
Kevin, that type of D, that's not going to get it done. I mean, it can't be giving up those kinds of shots.
And Lure kicks to Smith. Lure sets the pick for Smith. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Mills passes to Bertans. Fires from deep. Mills can't hit. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
To the middle. Kennard kicks to Lure. Passes it to Kennard. Lure a screen on Walker. In the corner, Smith with it. Over Mills. Offensive rebound. Kennard the pass to Smith. Pass to Lure. Here's Kennard. That's tipped. And here's Walker outside. And so it's the Detroit Pistons bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. To step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love, following his lead, to talk about anxiety. Athletes, as public figures, can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Right, and as the defense collapses, that opens up inside-out opportunities. Productive first quarter.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Smith and Kennard are in the backcourt. Pachulia is out there with John Lure. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
They certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. D.A., thank you. Dirtinus, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Well, Kev, it could be. Take a great defensive play. Follow it up with a big-time dunk. That'll always get a team fired up.
All right, a moment here to check out stats for Griffin. Great showing for him last season. Put up about 21 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Yeah, impossible to check right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
Now here's Walker. From 13, Bertans kicks to Mills. Bertle, the pass to Walker. They set the pick. Now the dish to Mills. Just 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. Here's Johnson. No good, unable to end this run.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision-making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Now here's Walker. Here's Belinelli. Lock at 6. To the paint, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Wednesday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls.
And that matchup against the Sixers, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
You see, Webb, for your money, who does the best job of combining guard skills with a classic?
From the free throw line all season, never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
They need this, and Pachulia finishes it off. Pachulia's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, you got to put a body on Pachulia. He's skilled at trying to use his size to track down a couple of offensive rebounds.
Mills with it. He's got 5. And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And here's Mills from the arc. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Johnson the screen. Smith kicks to Pachulia. Dishes it to Johnson. Smith on the wing. 6 to shoot. Picked by Pachulia. Smith off the screen, and that one goes long.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully. but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too. It's going to be Belinelli shooting. That one on Johnson. See, Webb, when Marco Belinelli's on the floor, he has 1 goal, stretch the floor out for everyone else on offense.
Belinelli is still a great weapon to bring off the bench in order to give a lineup a little bit more from deep. I mean, he's a great free thrower, and when he gets going, he really gets hot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And Marco Belinelli, a player who has always been able to light it up from outside.
And Belly has been on so many teams in his career, but is always a wanted commodity due to his shooting. Very quick and easy way to add outside shooting to a team. He can honestly play a long time just on how badly teams need shooting in our league.
Count it, good.
Oh, what a touch from Jackson on that floater, just gently guiding it home.
Murray outside. Kicks to Forbes. They set the pick. Aldridge a screen. Shot off the pick. Hits the front of the rim and out. Pistons trailed by 5. Griffin goes in. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
I mean, going into last season, Blake Griffin re-signing with the Clippers. I mean, they pulled out all the stops in their pitch, going with his jerseys to the Raptors, comparing him with Gandhi and MLK, and then 7 months later, bye-bye, he was traded.
Now here's DeRozan. To the paint, here's Aldridge. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Andre Drummond picks one up. And Griffin had been, and still is really, the most important player in Clippers franchise history. So, Chris, why'd they end up trading you for?
I mean, his injury history, I guess it had to be a part of it. I mean, also, the Clippers are in the midst of a retool. They got younger and got a lot more shooting with the deal.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. You know, when it comes to ongoing contract negotiations, C-Webb, how distracting did you find it for those players and for yourself to deal with all that going on?
It can be very distracting if you allow it to take over. What I would suggest for players in those situations, whether you're a restricted free agent or a free agent, I would give you one piece of advice, and I think LeBron has epitomized this. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about what team or what pending teams or what city you like to go swimming in or you and your wife visit in the summer, because all that does is create confusion. And all it does is send a message to fans and other players that maybe you're thinking about something that you can't control at that time. And so usually I think you should go introspective. You should work as hard as you can to improve and to get better. But that is something that definitely can distract you. And so hopefully you have a great layer of people that can be barriers from kind of the outside noise. The contract is going to be what it's going to be, and the only way you can continue to prove your worth is by going out there executing every day on the court.
Good stuff. San Antonio with the ball, following the bucket by the Pistons. Down low, 7-foot shot. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
They are just killing them on the interior.
San Antonio's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on 3-pointers. Aldridge against Drummond. From 15 feet away, Aldridge's shot is good. Aldridge has got 10 points.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
But yeah, using his size, that's what I like about his game. He understands where he has the advantage. Then he exploits it.
Count the basket. Griffin's got the game tied up here for the Pistons.
those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. And stolen by Drummond. Robinson goes in. And that misses. That would have put him up. Spurs have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Griffin with the steal. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Good once again. That makes it 8 for 9 this game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
San Antonio making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. Aldridge a screen. Murray kicks to DeRozan. Here's Aldridge. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. That's 12 points for Aldridge.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Back to Bullock. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Reggie Bullock with a breakthrough year in 2017-18. He played more minutes in one season than in his first 4 seasons combined.
And Bullock, a bright spot for the Pistons. Chris, the most improved player talk, in fact, about him. And, boy, last season did he shoot the cover off the ball.
The second best three-point percentage in the league. If he keeps it up, he's due for a big pay raise.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. And the Spurs now in the post-Kawhi-Leonard era of the franchise. Greg, how do they recover, do you think?
If any team can survive losing a player of Kawhi's caliber, it's got to be the Spurs. They have good depth, got a good return in the trade, and players will step up. Won't be the power they once were for a while, but they'll rebound in no time.
Murray, no good.
He gets some extra attention from the D on that trip, and he throws a shot off.
Here's Griffin, and oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Robinson against Gay. Pass to Aldridge. Murray with it. He tries for 3. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jackson in the corner. Back to Griffin. He kicks it to Drummond. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Gay. And Griffin sends it back.
Well, it's huge whenever Griffin comes up with blocks. I mean, you love to see him be more consistent in this area.
Gasol with the steal. Now here's Murray. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. He dishes it to Aldridge. Gay in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Over Robinson. And that one hits back iron.
Wasted opportunity. That's a good chance right there for an easy 2 on the open jumper.
Drummond a screen. It's tipped. Gasol with the steal. Here's DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Now here's Murray. There's the pass to Aldridge. Griffin against Gay. Passes to Aldridge. Back to Gay. Just 5 on the clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, for the Pistons, their second season in the new downtown arena. I mean, all 4 of the city's major sports teams now play within a few blocks of one another. Something seen nowhere else in the country. Very special for Detroit.
Shooting 2.
That one drops. He ties it up. And despite their new arena, attendance numbers for Pistons games could be better.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to have a winning record. Also, you have to make sure that you honor those of the past. When they opened the arena, can you believe that they did not bring the Bad Boys there or the Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton Pistons there to hang up their jerseys? You have to have a connection with the city. I mean, even in the arena, there's no signage as a Pistons. It is a hockey arena, so hopefully that will change, but you have to win first. And, you know, the city of Detroit is on a great rebound. I love seeing what we're doing.
And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
He was hoping to avoid a 3rd foul before the breakout. Now, he might have to sit out until halftime.
On defense, San Antonio. Lure the screen. Here's Jackson, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Jackson's got 8.
Even when the D is draped around him, Jackson knows how to finish close to the rim. Just such a skilled player.
And Mills kicks to Walker. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Back to Mills. Gasol a screen. Shot clock at 5. High arcing shot, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
For San Antonio, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
2 shots.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. And the Pistons got off to a hot start last season, 14-6 with some big road wins.
Yeah, but, you know, I never really include the first 20 games of the season. I just think that's when everyone getting to know each other, and then when the scouting report comes out for the next 62, that's when things heat up. So I think you take that with a grain of salt, but Reggie Jackson did suffer an ankle sprain, and things started going south right after that. But staying healthy will be critical if they hope to make the playoffs this season.
Now here's Lure, looking for his first basket still in this one. Down low, it's stolen by DeRozan, and a fast break now for the Spurs. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Shot by Johnson, no good. San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Spurs have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Taking 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Pachulia, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And so Walker nails both of them.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Smith on the wing, covered by Mills. Johnson kicks to Kennard. Johnson against DeRozan. Shot clock at 5. Picked by Pachulia. Smith. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
It's Smith with the best season yet in 2017-18. He made dramatic improvements as a scorer. Career best from pretty much everyone on the floor.
Free throw drop for Smith.
You know, Kevin, the resiliency of Smith is something you have to admire. He's bounced around the league, but has finally become a valued rotation player.
The Spurs making a switch here. Pirtle's checked in. Both good from the line that time. 46 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And Mills kicks to Pirtle. Spurs working the ball around now. Back to Mills. And there's the call on Pachulia. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For San Antonio, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Belinelli, he's checked in for San Antonio. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
And Pirtle is a massive guy, someone that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks at the bucket.
Now here's Johnson. Lure the screen. Johnson can't hit.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I love to hear his explanation to Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Here's Mills. The layup off target. And San Antonio leading. Gay is the 3 with Aldridge at the 4. Murray and DeRozan in the backcourt together. And it's Gasol at the 5 spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now here's DeRozan. He's guarded by Bullock. DeRozan, that's good. DeRozan's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Spurs.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
They double team Griffin. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Well, you just got to respect the leaping ability of Drummond, leaving the floor effortlessly, throwing it through the hoop.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Gay, and stolen by Drummond. Outside Robinson. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Drills the three-pointer.
Oh, the catch and shoot, Jay, is lethal when used correctly. Easy to see why Jackson likes it so much.
Aldridge a screen. Murray kicks to DeRozan. Here's Aldridge. Back to DeRozan. With the fadeaway. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Griffin dishes to Jackson. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Now it's a 4-point Piston lead. San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Outside DeRozan to the middle and stolen by Drummond. Now here's Bullock. He's guarded closely. Drummond a screen. On the wing, Jackson. 13 points in the game.
Wow, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's been a good start for them.
Here's DeRozan. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
The selflessness of Gay, someone who is always looking to dish the rock to these guys.
Jackson off the screen. Again, the miss by Jackson. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Robinson against Gay. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Bullock. From down in the low post, it goes. Bullock's got 11 points. Well, a crazy year for Dwayne Casey, voted Coach of the Year, but fired by the Raptors after they were swept in the conference semifinals.
Yeah, Kevin, but he lands on his feet in Detroit, and obviously they got a good one. The Raptors steadily improved season after season under his watch. Hopefully the Pistons can do the same.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs got through some tension in their relationship early on. Now, Greg Popovich said it became apparent that it really was me. He'd been in the league for 9 years. I'm not going to turn him into some other player. That was just silly. So we took care of it, and he's been fantastic. Guys?
That's why Pop is the best in the business, DA. He's always going to figure it out. Thanks. And Drummond throws it down.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Aldridge loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. He's got 14.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 13. Griffin with it. Picked up by Aldridge. Drummond with a screen on Aldridge. Griffin passes to Bullock. 4 on the shot clock. And Griffin, here we go. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
The offensive arsenal of Griffin, so dangerous, especially when it seems he can't miss from anywhere.
Pass to DeRozan. Aldridge a screen. Off the pick, DeRozan shoots. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And that's how you set a screen. Takes the D right out of the equation.
Detroit's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Jackson a screen on DeRozan. Here's Drummond from down in the low post. It goes. Drummond's got 10 points. Spurs trail by 4. Murray kicks to Gay. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Got to be aware of Gay's passing. He's constantly looking to set up his teammates in their spots.
Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
His touch has been terrific this quarter. Most of what he puts up is going down.
For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Gasol setting the pick for Aldridge. Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Gay.
When Gay is knocking down the perimeter jumper, he's very dangerous. Given how long his arms are, good luck at trying to catch up to his release in time if you were the D.
Now here's Jackson. 15 points in the game. Here's Murray. The teardrop falls in. Murray's got 4 this quarter. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. They get a hand on it, and the Pistons with possession here. The Pistons have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jackson. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
I mean, come on. Jackson is so effective from the mid-range area of the court. He sticks these shots all the time.
Murray the pass to Gay. Gasol with it. Guarded by Robinson. Gasol kicks to Aldridge. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
4th foul of the game for him. He's starting to get into that danger zone.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pirtle, he's checked in for Gasol. Davis Bertans comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Belinelli, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. And it's Bryn Forbes in for DeMar DeRozan. Now here is Pirtle. Pirtle sets the pick for Belinelli. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Belinelli's got his 3rd basket of the night. The Pistons trailing. Smith kicks to Johnson. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Stanley Johnson, the 8th overall pick back in 2015. High hopes, but he's scuffled a bit thus far in his career.
A quality defender thanks to his strength and quickness. He's got to progress offensively to become a real difference maker.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Pass to Murray. There's the pick. Shot from free throw range. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Mills, he's checked in for DeJounte Murray. Goes up off the inbound. And the shot no good, a bit short. Pistons leading by 3. Kennard, the pass to Griffin. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Griffin's got 8 points here in this quarter.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here is Forbes following the basket by Blake Griffin. And here's Mills for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Mills has got 13.
And look, the D has to be talking out there. They can't make threes that easy for them.
Picked by Griffin. Smith kicks to Lure. Griffin inside. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
I love whenever Griffin finishes with power. I mean, he's showing he's not to be messed with close to the basket.
Mills passes to Pirtle. Here is Forbes, defended by Griffin. They set the pick. Here's Mills. It's good. At that basket, he's now 5 for 9. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Kennard. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Johnson. It's deflected.
And you got to give appreciation to how Pirtle punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing.
The Pistons leading. Griffin, no one around him. They get the rebound. It's stolen by Belinelli. Griffin with the steal. Smith outside. Picked by Griffin. Smith kicks to Lure. To the middle. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
Now here's Mills. 15 points in the game. The pass to Belinelli. Elbow shot is on the way. Count it. Belinelli's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, man, it's great to see Belinelli working that mid-range jumper. Defenses have to be more wary of him from there, given his sweet stroke.
Lure the screen. Smith kicks to Johnson. 1:31 left in the third. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls.
And Johnson, the former Arizona Wildcat, certainly has a bright future in this league. The combination of shooting, speed, and length he possesses is just exciting.
Walker's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Pachulia, he's checked in for the Pistons. Jackson comes in for Luke Kennard. Here's Bertans. Outside, Walker takes the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
There isn't any player in the league who's going to pass up that shot. There was nobody near him.
Detroit's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. And here's Pachulia. Smith outside. Shot clock at 6 from 13. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Now here's Mills, covered by Smith. Bertans kicks to Walker. Bertle sets the pick for Walker. Over Jackson. Walker's shot is off. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Johnson. Count it. Johnson's got 6.
Even when the D is roughing Johnson up just a little bit, he still finishes the job in style. I love seeing him muscle through these challenges.
And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Mills. He's got 15. Over Smith. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And Pirtle has a stick-with-it mentality on the offensive glass, just throwing himself against the boards.
Blake Griffin getting it done.
We see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. 4th quarter should be good. And on the floor for Detroit here in the 4th. John Lure's out there with Pachulia. And there's Jackson. Then there's Ish Smith. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot.
Oh, when Jackson is stringing together these dribble moves, the D is absolutely helpless. There's no way you are stopping him.
The 3 from Mills. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Knocks down his second 3 of the half. I mean, he had 2 of them in the first half also. Doing some solid work from deep.
Detroit's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Picked by Pachulia. Here's Lure. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here.
Yeah, Greg, but this ball game is too close to be taking plays off on D. I don't care how tired you are right now. You better suck it up.
Walker in the post. We're covering. Shots good by Walker.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you could ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the 4th quarter.
Pachulia with it. Now guarded by Pirtle. Johnson, the pass to Pachulia. Outside for Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Lure can't hit.
He's got to be wondering how did he miss that. I mean, he had all the space in the world.
Belinelli passes to Walker. Here's Bertans. Passes it to Belinelli. Here's Pirtle. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Misses in close.
Well, I'm sure he thought that was good when it left his fingertips. Matter of fact, I know he did.
And Walker kicks to Bertans. Back to Walker. The dish to Pirtle. Pass to Bertans. The 3 from Mills. And Pachulia pulls it down. And, well, Detroit shooting an offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game.
He's still looking to get into a groove this quarter.
Now here's Mills, guarded closely. Bertans kicks to Walker to take the lead. Pirtle's shot is off. Pirtle's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Here's Johnson. He gets it in there.
And at 6'7", Johnson has the height to bang down low. He's terrific at getting quality shots in the post.
Pass to Bertans. And here is Belinelli. We're covering. Bertans, the pass to Mills. Rebound, Detroit. Pachulia's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Johnson outside. Picked by Pachulia. Smith kicks to Lure. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And now a 5-point Piston lead.
Well, this is what Smith does best, keeping his eyes moving to set up the open man.
Mills passes to Pirtle. There's the pick. Mills with it, working on Smith. Mills can't hit.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Well, Reggie Jackson, drafted by the Thunder with the 24th pick in 2011. Now, despite playing big minutes, he wasn't happy backing up Westbrook. He wanted a chance to start.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Jackson burned some bridges on his way out of Oklahoma City. Some felt he put himself before the team.
Well, it worked out financially. I mean, a 5-year, $80 million contract. I mean, it's doubtful the Thunder could have afforded it, but from that standpoint, hard to knock him.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And John Lure gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. San Antonio with the ball. They trail by 7. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. They'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Saturday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And that game against the Pacers, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best. Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
DeRozan, and that time also a missed shot. Pistons leading by 7. Outside Jackson. Over Murray. And again, it's the Pistons missing. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. The feed to Gay and stolen by Drummond. And now the Pistons fast break. Now here's Bullock. DeRozan defending. Drummond with a screen on DeRozan. He gives them a double-digit lead. And the Pistons lead by 10.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Well, the game looks like it's starting to wear on them. Unable to get out, defend the perimeter, unfocused. It's a bad sign.
Here's Aldridge. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And now this game is becoming a showcase for Aldridge. He's been out of control. A one-man team. Now it's just a matter of getting him the ball and getting out of his way.
And Jackson gets it to go.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
Spurs trail by 10. The pass to Gay. Aldridge a screen. Off the screen. Misses off the left iron. Detroit's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Over Lure. Kicks it out to Gay. 5 on the clock. Buries the long-range jumper.
Oh, and if you were the defense, you have to be right in the jersey of Gay. A knockdown threat on the catch and shoot.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Blake Griffin.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives him. He is really fed off that. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He was pretty clear-cut to them. He said, look, we need to play with some edge out there. I don't care what the lead is. Do not back off.
Drummond a screen, and they double up Jackson. Drummond with a screen on Aldridge. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 34 points for Blake Griffin.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Murray the pass to Aldridge. Kicks it out to Gay. Aldridge a screen. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his third foul of the game. See, Webb, I think of when you entered the league and how much the league has changed since your entry. In your mind, going back to your rookie year, I'm sure you can count many ways that the NBA has improved the game.
Yeah, and the NBA, to me, has always been a step ahead. It's been a leader as far as where sports in general should go. I mean, we're truly a global game now. I mean, just imagine where the game is going to be in 20 years. The growth of overall player salaries, the value of franchises. And to me, again, the biggest improvement has just been the evolution of players. It's been thanking a guy like Larry Bird, who was 6'9", shooting threes, and today we have Kevin Durant, 7-foot shooting threes. It's players getting better. The dribbling of Isaiah Thomas back in the Piston days to the dribbling of Curry, Kyrie, John Wall. Today, it's the evolution of the players, to me, that's been so exciting, along with the group growth of the league overall.
Gay passes to Murray. Griffin with the steal. They double-team Griffin, and Drummond kicks to Robinson. Drummond with a screen on Gay. Robinson passes to Griffin. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Bullock. Shoots the 3. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
3 points.
Griffin's got 4 assists in the game. Spurs trail by 11. Good-looking screen by Gasol. DeRozan using the pick. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
And just like you draw it up, I mean, create some space with the screen and get the good, clean look.
Jackson from long range. Pass to Bullock. Outside Robinson. Drummond sets the screen for Robinson. There's Jackson with the 3. He doesn't hit that one. And the Spurs going the other way now. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Kicks it to Robinson. Pass to Drummond. There's a screen by Robinson. Drummond dishes to Griffin. Off the screen, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
And this is Griffin at his best, attacking, knifing inside, putting his athleticism to great use on these dunks.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Blake Griffin really making a difference here.
He's been a force inside. If they don't commit more bodies down low, he's going to keep destroying them in the paint.
Right side, DeRozan shoots over Bullock. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
Shooting for San Antonio, DeMar DeRozan. 2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from DeRozan. Here's Jackson. He kicks it to Robinson. Back to Jackson. There's a screen by Robinson. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, this is what Griffin gives you. Excellent vision, excellent decision-making with the ball in his hands.
Gasol a screen. Feeds it to Murray. That one doesn't drop. The Pistons go the other way with it. Now Bullock. Jackson kicks to Griffin. The shot's good. Griffin's got 38 points.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Well, yeah, you want to save your best for last. The guys on these teams.
Jackson passes to Griffin. To the inside. Drummond. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. 14 points for Drummond.
Yeah, Greg, so physical. Drummond, it's hard to keep him away from the rim.
Gasol setting the pick for DeRozan. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Here's Murray up on top, guarded by Jackson. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Detroit leading by 10. Bullock with it. The pass to Jackson for Murray, and there's another one for the Pistons.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Detroit.
And they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Blake Griffin.
Well, the big thing was if he had an open look, he drained it. He didn't let any of those easy chances get away from him.
Here's Jackson. Murray with the defensive effort. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
Outside Jackson. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent.